Most people his age are slowing down, but this retired bus driver is just shifting gears for a higher purpose. He has spent his life savings transforming old vehicles into mobile libraries, rolling sanctuaries of knowledge designed to reach children living in some of the most isolated mountain regions in the world. And if he doesn't make these climbs, some of those children may never hold a single book in their hands. The road ahead is barely a road at all. It twists violently across steep mountain cliffs, carved into unstable rock that shifts with every storm. There are no guardrails in many places, no signals, no certainty, just narrow paths between survival and disaster. Most transport services abandoned these routes years ago. Even supply trucks avoid them whenever possible. The mountain has become a barrier, not just of geography, but of opportunity. A place where isolation grows stronger with every passing year. Mr. Thomas Carter knows these roads better than most people know their own homes. For 30 years, he drove them daily. He carried children to school through fog, rain, and collapsing terrain. He watched them grow up along these winding routes. He saw their excitement on mornings when learning still felt guaranteed. And he also saw something change slowly over time. The books stopped arriving. The school resources became outdated. Deliveries became irregular, then rare, then non-existent. Not because anyone stopped caring, but because the mountain made caring difficult, too far, too dangerous, too expensive to maintain. And so, gradually, the classrooms became quieter, libraries became emptier, and children began waiting for things that never came. Waiting for knowledge, waiting for stories, waiting for a future that felt increasingly distant. Mr. Carter retired. After decades behind the wheel, he was expected to rest, to slow down, to step away from the road entirely. But something inside him refused to settle, because even though his career had ended, the road had not left him. He remembered one image more than any other. Children standing outside a school building, waiting for books that never arrived, asking questions no one could answer, hoping tomorrow would be different. But tomorrow kept repeating the same silence. That was the moment everything changed. That was when retirement stopped meaning rest and started meaning purpose. What happens when the wheels of a retired bus finally stop? For these remote mountain villages, it means the library is finally open. The vehicle he chose was forgotten by everyone else. A decommissioned minibus, rust covering its frame, seats torn and broken, an engine that barely deserved the name. To most people, it was scrap metal waiting to disappear, but Mr. Carter saw something else entirely. He saw potential. He saw transformation. He saw purpose waiting to be rebuilt. He invested everything he had left, his pension, his savings, even personal belongings he no longer needed. Slowly, the bus changed. The interior was stripped completely. Passenger seats were removed. In their place, wooden bookshelves were handcrafted and installed with precision, each shelf designed to hold stories instead of passengers. Solar panels were mounted across the roof to power the entire system. Battery storage units were fitted beneath the floor. LED lighting was installed to create warm reading spaces even in remote darkness. A small digital hub was added at the rear, equipped with tablets and offline educational resources, and a satellite connection system capable of reaching places where even GPS signals struggled. But Mr. Carter did not want it to feel like a machine. He wanted it to feel like a home. A place where children would not feel like visitors, but like they belonged. Soft seating replaced metal frames. Curtains softened the harsh edges of windows. Hand-painted murals filled the interior. Stars, forests, open skies, and floating books drifting through imagination. Warm lighting replaced cold industrial glare. Every detail was intentional. Every corner designed to invite curiosity. This was no longer a bus. It was a moving sanctuary. A mobile library built not just to transport books, but to transport possibility. Then came the first ascent, the true test of everything he had built. The mountains did not welcome newcomers. Weather changed without warning. Rain turned gravel into slipping mud. Fog erased visibility within seconds. Winds pushed against the vehicle as if the mountain itself was resisting its passage. Every turn was dangerous. Every climb required precision. Every descent demanded control. The bus groaned under pressure, but it moved forward, slowly, carefully, relentlessly. Inside, the shelves remained steady. Books untouched by the chaos outside. Stories waiting to be discovered. Knowledge preserved against instability. At the summit, The village appeared, small rooftops scattered across rocky terrain, thin smoke rising from chimneys, a school building standing quietly in the distance. Then the bus arrived, and everything changed. At first, there was silence, confusion, stillness, then recognition. A child pointed toward the vehicle. Another followed. Within seconds, movement spread like a wave. Children ran. Teachers followed. Parents gathered behind them. The entire village converged on the arrival of something unfamiliar, something impossible, something that did not belong in their isolated world. The doors opened, and the silence broke. Inside, they found something they had not experienced in a long time. Abundance. Books lined every wall. Colorful covers, new titles, stories from worlds they had never seen. Children stepped inside cautiously at first, as if afraid the moment might disappear. Their fingers touched pages gently, carefully, reverently. One child hugged a book tightly to their chest, as though holding onto something fragile and irreplaceable. A teacher stood nearby, overwhelmed by emotion, unable to speak at first, because it had been more than a year since the school had received new learning materials. And now, everything had changed in a single moment. Then the satellite system activated, a signal connected. The world opened. For the first time, the school had access to live educational resources, online learning, global classrooms, interactive knowledge systems. A bridge between isolation and opportunity had finally formed. But the impact of the bus did not end there. It grew beyond the school. In the evenings, the bus became something else entirely. Adults arrived after long days of work, farmers learning to read, mothers learning digital banking, teenagers developing new skills, elderly villagers listening to stories they had never had access to before. The mobile library became a community center, a place of learning for all ages, a shared space of transformation. But maintaining it was not easy. Fuel costs were high, mechanical repairs were constant, books needed replacement, technology required upkeep, and Mr. Carter managed all of it alone. With limited resources, limited support, but unlimited commitment. There were days when choosing to continue meant sacrificing his own comfort, sometimes even basic needs, but he never stopped. Because every time the thought of quitting appeared, he remembered the children waiting, not just for books, but for possibility. And so he continued driving, continuing to climb, continuing to deliver what the world had forgotten to send. Eventually, he realized something important. One bus would never be enough, not for all the mountains, not for all the villages, not for all the children waiting in silence. So he began training others, a new generation of literacy drivers, volunteers, teachers, individuals willing to transform old vehicles into mobile classrooms, into moving libraries, into bridges of knowledge. His vision expanded beyond himself, beyond a single route, beyond a single vehicle, into a growing network of mobile education, a fleet of possibility, a movement of access, a future carried on wheels. And slowly, what began as one retired man refusing to stop driving became something larger, something global, something unstoppable. Because roads connect places, but books connect futures. Mr. Thomas Carter spent 30 years driving children to school. Now he drives the school itself, through dangerous terrain, into forgotten regions, toward children waiting to understand the world beyond their mountains. Most people his age are slowing down, but he continues climbing, continues driving, continues delivering futures one stop at a time. Because somewhere above those clouds, a child is still waiting for a story, and as long as the engine keeps running, that story will not end.